How do you play top pair with a weak kicker in poker? Have you ever found yourself holding top pair but feeling uneasy because of a weak kicker? Let's break down how to handle this tricky situation. When you flop top pair with a weak kicker, you want to play it carefully. This hand can be decent, but it is also vulnerable. Your opponents might have a better kicker or even a stronger hand. So, a cautious approach is often the best way to go. If you are out of position, meaning you act before your opponent, it is usually wise to check and call instead of betting or raising. This strategy helps you control the pot size and gives you a chance to gather more information about your opponent's hand. By checking, you avoid risking too many chips on a hand that might not hold up. If you bet aggressively with a weak kicker, you could end up losing a larger pot if your opponent has a stronger top pair or a drawing hand. Now, if you find yourself in position, acting after your opponent, you have a bit more flexibility. If you raised before the flop and hit top pair with a weak kicker, it can sometimes be better to check back instead of making a continuation bet. This protects your weaker hands and prevents your opponents from taking advantage of your aggression. If you called pre-flop, checking back is also a good choice. In general, playing top pair with a weak kicker is best done through a check-call strategy. This means you check when it is your turn and call any bets made by your opponents. This approach helps you avoid building a large pot with a hand that is not very strong. It also prevents your opponents from pushing you out of the pot with aggressive betting. Another factor to consider is the possibility of the board pairing on later streets. This can sometimes improve your hand to pair or lessen the kicker disadvantage. While you should not rely on this, it can occasionally save you in tough situations. Overall, the key to playing top pair with a weak kicker is to avoid overcommitting. Use a defensive approach by checking and calling, control the pot size, and be cautious about putting in too many chips unless you have a good read on your opponent's hand. This strategy aligns with solid post-flop play tactics that focus on pot control and careful hand reading when you hold a vulnerable top pair.